Hello everyone. In this video lecture, I will cover the advantages and disadvantages of distributed system. And it is the part of a basic distributed system concept. So let us start about the advantages of distributed system. To understand the concept to understand the advantages and disadvantages of distributed system, first of all, think about the applications that we require in today's environment. What are the specific requirement are available in today's applications? Think about it. We require high computing power. It should be response fast. You require the business expansion in term of the memory. Yes or no? Whenever you are creating any business level applications, you want that the number of customers should increase, the data which is used by the customer will be increased day by day. So you must require the expansion in term of the memory. Another third thing that you must require is that application should be accessed from anywhere. That means location independency you want in your application. So if you want such a requirements in your application, then it is possible by using the distributed system application only. So what are the advantages of distributed system? So based on this, today's application requirement, this all the advantages are available. First is inherently distributed application. This inherently, that means you want the enhancement in the existing system. You want to expand your data, you want to expand your number of computers, you want to expand your actual computing devices that you are currently using. Just think about the nationalized bank buying and selling goods from the different countries, multinational company employee database. First, I'm discussing about nationalized bank. Nationalized bank having the branches in multiple countries in a single nation. Now that bank want a new branch in new state of the same country in the same nation. So again, it is an expansion. They require a new customer in their new branch. That means the data of a customer will increase. The transaction will be done by the transaction done by the customers, that will again increase. So again, it is a expansion. Buying selling goods from the different country. Here the information about the products, the data related to products are available in different countries, and this all the data should be globalized. All the data should be uniquely accessible from anywhere, from any country, so that your data is distributed over the country and you require the updated data. So this data must be connected, this data storage device must be connected. In multinational companies, they have employees in multiple countries. They want to maintain the employee data locally also as well as globally also, so that company can find the related strategies for that company. They can find the how many number of employees are working in that particular company. So you require a local copy of employee data in all the countries, as well as you have the connection between these all the data to provide to get the result like a number of employees working in a company. So here you want always the inherently distributed application. Your data is distributed and you need a connection between it. The second advantage is information sharing among geographically distributed user. Say for the example, you want to share something, you want to send something, the file you want to send, the file you want to share, and the person is not available at the same location. Then by using the distributed system concept, you can share that data and you can send that data though the person is not available on the same geographical location. So this is possible. Information sharing among geographically distributed user is only and only possible by using the concept of distributed system. Next is resource sharing. Now resource sharing, that means you have a number of software packages, you have the printer, you have the some costly graphical device, you have some graphical related packages, software packages that you want for the editing of video or audios. So if you have some software packages or any costly hardwares with you, then you can share that hardware as well as software packages among the users, and that without knowing the location of that user. And what is the advantage of sharing the resource? It always reduce the cost of overall system, because 3 or 4 computers require a printer. If you're going to buy a 4 printers, then your overall cost of your system will become a very high. But think about, printer is required by single computer uh, in 3 or 4 minutes only. Another computer requires 3 or 4 minutes. Another computer requires only 3 or 4 minutes. So don't purchase the printer for all the computers. Just purchase the printer. Just purchase a single printer for all the computers and share that printer device among all the computers, so they can share the printer to print something, such that you can reduce the cost of overall system by sharing the software package as well as by sharing the costly graphical terminal devices and costly printer devices. The fourth one advantage is better price performance ratio. Now in distributed system, you are always involving a new computers to get your result fast, to get your application performance fast. So as you increasing the number of PCs, you must you will get your performance fast. But think about, the PC becomes more powerful today and they are going to cheaper. In previous years, the PC was not that much powerful, which are available which are available today, and in previous years it was very costly. And current if you are going to compare the price of the PC, it becomes cheaper compared to previously available, and you are getting the more power. You can get the more processing speed in current in PCs, in computers that you are using right now. So you will always get better price and performance ratio if you are going to include a new computers in your system to create a distributed system. Next is fifth one is shorter response time and higher throughput. Shorter response time and higher throughput means, as multiple computers are involving to generate the output of the application and they all works together, so you will always get your application speed faster compared to single computer speed. Sixth number is higher reliability and availability against the component failure. So here, reliability, the meaning of the reliability, that means degree of tolerance against the component failure or error. Just think about the computer component failure. If you are using only single computer, then if that computer fails, then you will always lose the data which is stored inside that computer. and you will not get the processing power of that single computer. You will not able to execute any program in that faulted computer. So if you are using the concept of distributed system, you are generally making a replication of the servers as well as making a replications of data also. So whenever one system fails, and if system having some data, then you are making the duplicate data on another server. That duplicated database server will always give the response if one database server fails. Again, if you have multiple servers and if one server fails, then another server will respond in space of the failed server. So here you always get the higher reliability and availability because everything is available. Because in replacement of faulted machine, your copy of the machine will replace you. That's why it is generally always available against the component failure. Again, the thing is very important whenever you are creating a multiple copies and you are uh, whenever you are creating multiple copies of a data, you have to manage your all the data up to date. Otherwise you will get the inconsistency problem. But again, the algorithms and protocols are available to maintain your data up to date and to remove the inconsistency of a data in your distributed system. So you will always get this advantage in your distributed system. The 7th advantage is extensibility and incremental growth. That means your distributed systems are always scalable. You can scale your existing system anytime. You just need to include the new computer in a network of existing computer networks so that you can scale easily the distributed system. The 8th advantage is better flexibility. Now in term, better flexibility means as per the user requirement, as per the application requirement, as per the user's need, you can design your computer models that we have already studied: workstation model, workstation server model, process pool model. Based on your application requirement, you can choose any one of the model. Say for the example, if you want only communication between the workstations, then you can use the workstation model. If you want some web servers, some database servers in your system, then you can go for the workstation server model. If you want something like your results should process very fast, you want a very good performance in your application, at that time you can go for the process pool model. It is again a third type of distributed system model. So based on your requirement, you can choose your distributed system models also. So all of you clear about the advantages of distributed system? Now think about what can be the disadvantage of such a system. If you are creating such a systems, then what can be the disadvantage? Think about the network, think about the everything is accessible between the computers because all the computers talk with each other by sending and receiving the data. They want this data communication very fast. So what should be the problem? Otherwise you will not get your result fast. That means performance fast you cannot achieve by using distributed system. So what should be the disadvantage? Think over it. Okay, I'm going to tell you. First of all, there is no relevant software exists currently. You have to create the software based on your requirements, right? So no existing software is available so that you can directly use that software and you can create the distributed system easily. You have to create the system as per your requirement. The second one is security prawns problem due to easy access to all data. As I have already told you, everything is done by using the communication and data exchange between the computers, because we want the performance fast. That's why we are including more than one computer. They all the computers must talk with each other. So if you are going to give the security access mechanism in your data access of the computer, then they will not able to communicate with each other easily. They first have to uh, find the errors. They first have to uh, apply the security mechanism like access specification mechanism, then and only then the computer can access the data. So to provide the access mechanism logic, it requires the time. Again, data exchange requires the time. So if you want easy access, so that there may be a problem of easy accessing data can be accessed by unauthorized user. So again, security is a problem due to easy access of all the data. And very important, everything is possible only and only by using the networking concept. So networking is a situation may cause a hurdle in data transfer. If your network is not proper, then your computer cannot communicate with each other easily, and you will not able to get your result fast, because all are accessing data, and data exchange is done by using the network speed. If your network is not available, you cannot use your distributed systems. So clear, these are the disadvantages of the distributed system. Okay, thank you all of you. I'm going to end this session today.